Hey everyone, I'm Dr. Stan Steindl. I was presenting a workshop with my colleague, Dr. Marcella Matos, just last night at a conference for Compassionate Mind Italia, organised by the wonderful CFT therapist and trainer, Dr. Nico Petrocchi. Our workshop was on working with shame memories, using compassion-focused imagery and letter writing. I think you might be able to access the conference recordings, and so I've included a link to the conference website in the description below. Anyway, we were asked a very interesting question, which I thought I would share with you all and see what you think. Are embarrassment and shame the same thing? So embarrassment and shame belong to the same class, if you like, of human emotions. That is, the self-conscious emotions related to our human capacity for self-awareness and sense of self as an object in the mind of others. We worry about what others think. It determines our place in the group, where we are in the hierarchy, and how safe and secure we feel. Self-conscious emotions were evolutionarily adaptive, because if we didn't monitor ourselves and have a sense of how we might be seen by others, then the risk was being downranked in the group, potentially cast out, and then alone in the wilderness where we would face certain death. Serious stuff. There are a number of self-conscious emotions: embarrassment and shame, guilt, humiliation, just to name a few. In fact, if we think about the difference between guilt and shame, then that might give us some clues about the difference between embarrassment and shame. The old adage is that guilt is "I have done something bad," whereas shame is "I am bad." With guilt, we focus on having caused some sort of harm, and we experience a desire to repair or make amends. We might feel remorseful and sad or regretful. But guilt is quite activating, motivating us to confess, apologize, make amends, and try to do better next time. On the other hand, shame comes along with a global negative sense of self, perhaps irrespective of any specific behaviours, but rather just a core sense of being inferior, inadequate, unlovable, and no good. And with shame, we often experience anxiety, anger, self-disgust. And it's linked with really hostile forms of self-criticism and self-attack, and urges to avoid, hide, or even simply disappear. So what about embarrassment? Well, I think that, like guilt, embarrassment is more behaviour focused. Imagine the person walking along, looking at their phone, and then bump, they run into a pole. What's the first thing they do? They look around to see if anyone was watching. This, I think, is embarrassment. When we do something, not that is bad or harmful, that would be guilt, but something that is silly, foolish, a faux pas, or something that might cause others to laugh at us. It's a lighter touch, more fleeting emotion, and often later on we might relate the story to someone else and even have a laugh at ourselves. Shame is really uncomfortable. In fact, it's really a very painful emotion. And whenever we're concerned with core parts of ourselves, that something about ourselves, our appearance, abilities, personality, and so on, is bad and makes us a bad person, then we're talking about shame. Embarrassment is common. You mispronounce an easy word. You trip up the stairs at the cinema. A booger comes out your nose when you laugh. Or you forget to do up your fly. Gosh, I remember running a workshop once. There must have been 30 people there. And at the first break, a lovely participant just quietly comes over to me and says, "I just thought you might like to know that your fly is down." Embarrassment! But I must admit, I've been forever grateful to her for pointing that out. There you go. Are embarrassment and shame the same? I don't think they are, but what do you think? I'd love to hear your thoughts on the differences here. Please make a comment, and if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.